So good afternoon, everybody, and you're very welcome to NUI Galway's virtual open day. My name is Aisling Lennon. I'm the marketing manager for the J.E. Kearns School of Business and Economics here at NUI Galway, and I'll be the moderator of this session today. And the format of the session is as follows. I'll just give a brief introduction into the university and our award-winning school, and then I'll hand over to the programme director of our Business Information Systems degree, which is Lorraine, and she'll go through the programme offering. And then we're also joined by Tom, a final year BIS student, who'll share his experience and insights on the programme. And as we go through the slides, please feel free to pop any questions you may have in the Q&A in the chat function. So here we go. So as a school, we've over 100 years experience delivering business education, and we have some awards here on screen and some accreditations. Most notably, our most recent accreditation, AACSB, it's school accreditation. AACSB is the gold standard of business school accreditation awards in the world. It's the longest serving global accrediting body for business schools, and it's also the largest business education network, networking students, faculty, businesses, and the general business world. So we're delighted to have received AACSB accreditation last year. We were also received a bronze award from the Athena Swan in recognition of our activities and efforts in equality, diversity and inclusion, in particular in gender equality. We have AMBA accreditation on our MBA degree. As I mentioned, the university is in the top 1% of universities in the world. And one of our postgrad programs won the best postgrad program in the country at the last Grad Ireland Awards that took place, and we've won that award on a number of occasions. We're also part of a new European consortium of European universities called Enlight, and this is testament to our European or our global collaborations, global networks, and global university partnerships. So all of this comes together to help prepare you, the student, to be work ready, to be career ready, and to be world ready in providing all these transferable skills so that you can go out into the workplace and that you can compete at interview and have a point of difference, stand out from the crowd and stand out from your competitors at interview stage after you graduate from NUI Galway. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Lorraine, who's the program director on the BIS program, and then we'll be followed by an introduction from Tom O'Hara, who's the final year student that I mentioned. So, and please do feel free to pop any questions that you have in the chat, and we'll get to them either throughout the slides or open up the end for a Q&A. Okay, over to you, Lorraine.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the virtual open day, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Lorraine Morgan. I'm the program director for the Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems. So it's a 4-year course. Our average intake is between 40 and 50. So we kind of like to keep it small. We get to know our students on a first name basis, and we're like a little family. Last year, the points were 465. So they kind of jumped up. In previous years, they were around 430, 431. So it remains to be seen what way the points will go this year. Can I move to the next slide?
Sorry, Lorraine, I'll move through the slides.
Oh yeah, sorry. Here, yeah. So just to kind of give you an overview of what Business Information Systems is. So it's a blend of business management and technology. That last circle should be technology. So what it does is it kind of incorporates unique kind of skills development in business, in technology, and in the management of technology. And you do this through individual work, teamwork, virtual team project work. And this is kind of combined with like a global learning and industry engagement initiatives. So it kind of explores the use of technology in the modern day kind of business environment. And it's a program that's very, very attractive to industry. So the aim of the program is to produce high quality agile graduates that have the blend of kind of business knowledge acumen, and I suppose the technical competence and knowledge as well. And again, as I said, this is kind of coupled with kind of individual teamwork and team-based work, which facilitates international career success. So students are really, really highly employable after this program. So some of the courses, or some of the modules that form part of the program. So you have some technical modules, including database technologies, application development, cybersecurity, web and interactive media design. And then you've got the business subjects, such as management, marketing, economics, accountancies. So as I said, it's kind of a blend of business and technology and the management of technology. So the Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems, this degree provides you with the ideal platform for a successful career in business. Now, one thing I should have mentioned is that unlike other business information systems program in the country, this program is accredited by the European Foundation for Management Development, okay? So EFMD, what they do is they confer that the Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems meets the highest international standards for management education. So they conduct a rigorous examination of every aspect of the BIS program. So we've received accreditation. We have it for, I suppose, over 10 years. And this is a prestigious quality badge. And again, it's something that's highly impressive to employers. So what you become on graduation. So you have skills around business and data analysis, problem solving skills. You've applied information system skills. You'll also gain skills from your international experience. So if you go and study abroad, there are other kind of international trips that are kind of optional to fourth year students. You'll gain professional experience from your work placement. You'll be working as part of teams of students. So as I said, there's a unique skills development involved in this program. So kind of the careers, so we see kind of students going into different careers. So a lot of our students become business analysts, data scientists. A lot of our students are working in cybersecurity at the moment. Others are interested in software development. So roles such as programmer, software developer. Then we see others kind of taking on the roles of product manager, IT manager, chief information officer, business planner. And then others become academics or teachers. So why study business information systems? So as I said, it's a fantastic blend of business and technology. So understanding and developing technological solutions is not enough, okay? Students need to be able to solve business problems. They need to be able to manage technological solutions, okay? So as I said, this combination, it makes BIS a very kind of persuasive proposition for today's employers. So in second semester of second year, you get an opportunity to go on study abroad. And this is something that's really popular with our students. So we have a number of host universities. We've got the University of Maryland in Baltimore. We've got Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. We've got Kogod in Washington, Montana State University. We've got the City University of Hong Kong. We've got some UK universities, so Hertfordshire and Northumbria. And we've got some universities in France and Switzerland as well. So, as well as Liechtenstein. So again, something that's really popular. Students love the whole study abroad experience. In second semester then of third year, you've got paid work and placement. And this usually kind of runs from January to early summer. And again, fantastic. The internships are fantastic. You'll get to work with companies such as SAP, Google, Deloitte, Fidelity, Microsoft, IBM, KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers. So we have a fantastic selection of employers that take on students as interns. And again, some of these employers like Fidelity and SAP and Intel and Boston Scientific, they end up being employers, or they are employers of our graduates. So a lot of students that do their internships often end up kind of going out into employment with the same company once they graduate. So my email address is lorraine.morgan@nuigalway.ie. Feel free to contact me anytime if you have any questions. And the best of luck with your leaving cert and so on. And any questions, feel free to put them into the chat box. Other than that, I'll hand you over to Tom O'Hara, who's a fourth year business information systems student. Thanks a million.
Thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, so I'm a fourth year business information systems student. I'll just give you a run through kind of like of my experience, the things I got to do, my highlights basically from the 4 years. So the course is, like Lorraine was saying, it's very much split into just kind of like business and technology. So like right from the get-go, you're doing coding, analytics, Photoshop, web design. But like you start at quite a basic level. So like I wouldn't let any of that put you off at all. Like I had no clue with coding, analytics, anything like that from when I started. But like now I'm very comfortable doing analytics, and like I can do coding and all that. So it kind of gives you a nice well-rounded like experience of a load of different technologies, and you can kind of find the ones that you like and maybe the ones that you think you mightn't go down, but you know the basics around them. And then you do business, so you're doing accounting, economics, management, entrepreneurship. So you really are kind of doing a blend of the two, and you're just really employable once you finish the course between business and technology. So the course in general, like you're working in teams all the time, which really helps, because me personally, I far prefer working in a team rather than doing a massive assignment by myself. And this is also more realistic when you're going into the workplace, because when you're working on systems and things like that in the workforce, you will be working on teams. So it's giving you really kind of like, when I went into my work placement, I was well used to working in teams, and it just wasn't anything new to me. So the whole course is very realistic, and it's very much based around what you'd actually be doing when you go into the workforce. With the small class size, like ours was only 45 people, I think. It's very close knit. You're not going into a lecture hall of 300 people where you never see the same person twice. Like you're going in every day, seeing the same people every day. Like we're all good friends, and the group chat is just always hopping and stuff like that. So it's very personable in that regard. And then, like I said before, you're just qualified to go into anything in business or technology. So basically just any company basically you can go and work for. So yeah. But other than that, my biggest highlight, just on the next slide there, yeah, my biggest highlight was the study abroad by far. I got to go to Maryland in the US, like traveled the whole East Coast, went to New York, Boston, Chicago, DC, went up to Toronto I have a few friends up there, and then I went to Cancun for spring break. Just unbelievable. Like I've gone to Vancouver and Toronto for 2 summers working, and the study abroad just blew the two of them out of the water, to be honest. Because like, I suppose when you're over in a country like that working, like you're experiencing the culture and it's good fun, but when you're in college, like it's just a whole different experience. Like you're meeting college students, you're like, the whole college life is completely different. And yeah, it's like you're in a movie. Like it's absolutely nuts. So if you get the chance to do a study abroad, definitely do it. It was absolutely amazing. Then in third year we do work placement. So it's nice because I suppose that's the first of like the hard years. So instead of just doing assignments and exams the whole way through, you do that in first semester, and then it's nearly like a break almost, and you're doing placement. And it's nice because it's a big change, but you learn so much during it. It's the first time I've ever made proper money, which is a bonus as well. And yeah, it's just great all around, to be honest. So I went consultant for KPMG. Lived in Dublin for 2 months with a few friends I have up there before being sent home due to COVID, but I kept working at home then when I was sent home. It really bulks up your CV, because I suppose you're leaving college with 9 months experience under your belt. So like when you're competing with people for graduate jobs, you have that experience, and it really gives you a lot of weight going into those interviews. And then the biggest benefit really is a load of us have left or are leaving college now with a job offer. So I'm going into KPMG now in September, which is a massive benefit for me, especially during COVID. And like, there's not that much jobs going, so having that security is great. But yeah, other than that's basically my whole experience. The only thing I'd say is if you're anyway on the fence about BIS or NUIG, just go for it. Like, I've had the best 4 years of my life. I haven't looked back once, and I genuinely couldn't recommend it enough. So yeah, I suppose if you have any questions, fire away. And my email is t.o'hara2@nuigalway.ie if you want to get in contact directly. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much, Tom, and it's fantastic to get the insight from a student. And firstly, congratulations on the role with KPMG. That's great news, and it's just testament to so many of our students come through with job offers after their successful placement and internship. Another thing you mentioned around the not having any prerequisites or not having any previous prior experience in IT coming into the program. I think that's really important to stress because we get that question every year. Oh, I'm not sure. I think, I'd like to do the program. I know there's a lot of opportunities there, but I haven't done any courses in that area. And that's fine, because we understand it's not on the Leaving Cert. There aren't any courses or classes you can take in advance, but everything is taught from scratch. So
yeah, that's a really good point as well, Ashley, because a lot of students ask about, do you need higher level maths coming in? You don't. Okay, ordinary level maths is fine, because although you'll be doing programming, as Tom mentioned, coding and so on, like, it's very, very basic. So it's aimed at people that know nothing about programming or coding. Or
yeah, I actually did pass maths, so
yeah. So there you go. So did I. Yeah. So
yeah, I think that's really important for people to realize that, because if that means everyone's on the same page, you're all starting together, everything is taught from scratch, and it's over the course of the 4 years that you build that knowledge. So we're not expecting anyone to come in with it. So to take that pressure off people, because that's a very frequently asked question we get. Another really important thing I thought you spoke about, Tom, it was excellent, was the weight going into the interviews, that the study abroad and the placement, how much that played for you going into the interviews. And we hear that back from our industry partners and from the employers. The Global Learning Initiative on this program is always referenced. They love the study abroad opportunities, the international placement opportunities, the international virtual teams you have, Lorraine, and the international guest lectures. So you're constantly getting that global perspective in the classroom. So that means the employers don't need to train you in global terminologies and cross-cultural awareness training. You hit the ground running because you've got that from the classroom. And every industry nowadays is global. So, so that's fantastic. And the second thing you mentioned about the interviews, the industry engagement initiative on the program. So again, the work placement, but the site visits to multinational companies, and the SAP and Microsoft University Alliance built into the program, and the industry advisory board. So all of those things make the program very cutting edge, very up to date in terms of meeting the needs of the employers. So I'm delighted to hear that that was key, and for you going into interviews to set you apart from your competitors, and that you're finishing the program with a job offer. So congrats again, Tom.
Yeah, it definitely makes the process easier anyway.
Great. Well, so I'm just checking, is there any other questions in the chat, or is there any? I don't see any questions coming through there, but 1 second, I'll just come out. Yeah, no, if there are any other questions, we do have a Pubble, and we will put the link in the chat there. If you want to go on to the Pubble Q&A, we can answer the questions throughout the day on that. And unless Lorraine or Tom have anything else to contribute.
No, I mean, I suppose, as I said, there's kind of 98% employability with this program. The other 2% go into further education. So as I said, the BIS students are very, very attractive to industry, which is fantastic, But look, feel free to contact me. As I said, lorraine.morgan@nuigalway.ie, if you have any questions at all.
And I think, because we look at all the programs, and the HEA carry out a graduate employability survey every year, surveying all graduates from every program. And it's very rare that there's 100% graduate employability on a program. So the HEA, their graduate employability is, they survey students 6 months after graduating. Where are you? What are you doing now? And it takes into account those that are in employment or further education. So 98% in employment and 2% got on to further education. It's fantastic. And I know you've had that 100% year on year. So it's not a fluke. I think it's testament to the opportunities in Ireland at the moment with this blended skill set. Ireland is becoming known as the Silicon Valley of Europe. So there's a huge amount of opportunity for graduates with this skill set. And even more so now after the pandemic, because every industry has gone through a digital transformation, and every sector, every company has had to go online. So it's not just the IT companies that are looking for our graduates anymore. So I think it's a fantastic program. There's so much in it, fantastic opportunities. And
I see one question there, Aisling, about study abroad.
great.
So the study abroad option is open to all students, all BIS students. You have to, we ask that students get, approximately 55% in first year, in their final first year exams, to be given the opportunity to go and study abroad. But no, all students have, like, we have a number of places in a lot of universities. So all students get the opportunity to go and study abroad. Just get your 55% and you'll be fine.
I think it's really telling, Tom, that you said it blew your other travel experience out of the water. I think that's amazing. I did my Erasmus in Germany, and it was similar. I still consider it one of the best years of my life. So that's great to hear from you.
Yeah, I suppose you kind of see the movies of college, and you go into college and it's just not the same at all. But when you go to America, it's actually crazy how similar it is. Like, it's nuts. The college life over there is just opposite to here. So it's just such an experience to get to do it. Like, so yeah.
So you'd highly recommend everyone to follow in your footsteps?
Oh, definitely, best thing I've ever done. 100%. Yeah.
Great. And see, that's something you can bring into those interviews. You can talk about that experience that perhaps another student that didn't do study abroad won't be able to talk about. So it sets you apart, and you've learned from that as well. And traveling always broadens mind and makes you more familiar with different cultures as well, and different just norms around the world. So hopefully that will help you in KPMG.
You'll never struggle to talk in an interview anyway, with the amount of stuff you get to do. So yeah. Excellent.
Okay, guys, so I don't see any other questions coming in the general chat or directly to me. So unless there's anything else, we might wrap it up and leave it at that. And the link and the email addresses are in the chat. So please feel free to reach out to us. We know it's a very difficult decision to make, but this of all programs, I think, is just a fantastic program. It's got everything. So if you're in any doubt at all, please do reach out to us. We're here to help you and support you. And we wish everyone the best of luck in their exams and in their decision-making process. And hopefully we welcome you to NUI Galway in September, or for those of you that are in TY or fifth year, we welcome you in the coming years. So thanks again to Lorraine and to Tom and to Gareth and Adrian that are answering questions there in the background, and to you, the participants, for taking time out of your day to join us today. So thanks everyone, and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you very much.